Hi everybody. In case anyone is curious, I thought I would do a little test on my newly arrived factory entertainment Dustbuster phaser. Very excited that they're coming out with these props and doing so in pretty good attention to detail. I know there's been some conversation about accuracy, but these are difficult to mass produce, difficult to nail down given version control. But one thing that I think we can all agree on is there were never physical buttons here on any of the on-screen Dustbusters in Season 1 and 2, much like the Season 1 Cricket phasers and the Mark 6 tricorders. There were applied kind of decals or some kind of flat, sticker or cover to what would be in some units covering actual physical buttons for electronics, but in most versions were just static kind of dummy units. But this is actually a decal that comes with Stapleton's Dustbuster kit, which as I understand was based on the Roddenberry kit. I own both actually two Stapleton Dustbusters and a Roddenberry Dustbuster, and they're essentially identical in every dimension, perhaps identical. With the kit that Mr. Stapleton Myron sells, he sells this kind of optional decal along with including buttons, physical buttons if you want to use those, but this is really based on the screen accurate version. So I'm gonna eventually apply this, stick this down. Obviously, this is needs to be adhered down. I'm gonna eventually put that on my factory entertainment version. And as a bonus, I've heard a lot of people, and I also agree that the lighting LEDs are really way too bright. They light up the whole bar, as you can see. When you turn it on and power on the unit all the way up. I don't know how bright this is going to look on camera, but I can tell you in person, it is blindingly bright. So one of the nice things about this decal is, as you can see, it certainly allows the light to come through, but it also creates not only better segmentation between the 8 power settings, but ends up acting as kind of a light gel to diminish the light a bit. It's still quite bright, as you can see, but frankly, it just looks far more accurate to what you would have seen on screen with the Hero units, which were the 10-segment solid rectangular LED bulbs, which are still available. And I have one of my Dustbusters is built up with that as its light, which is cool because that's what they used on the show. But for those concerned about how bright the lights are, this kind of solution is definitely a win on that department. So anyway, thought I would share this. I'll eventually get around to adding the decal. I'm also gonna update the paint scheme on the emitter. Emitter tip. I'll add kind of a more proper metallic blue, and then I might even paint in these lines because I'm not entirely convinced that the horizontal lines were ever meant to be transparent. There's no surviving Dustbuster where those weren't just painted in like the rest of the black emitter. So I don't know. We'll see about that. But overall, fairly happy with this version, but excited to get this on for a little more accuracy. Anyway, thought I'd share. Thanks, everybody.